final press. This gadget claims to quickly brew a single cup of coffee or tea. Let's see how it works. So I've got some hibiscus tea. I'm going to disassemble the final press. I'll fill it with something that I think is appropriate. Reassemble. Hot water in the cup. And watch the magic. Immerse. I'm only going to give it a few seconds. Let that hibiscus bleed. And let's try plunging. As I pressed, I could see it getting darker. And hibiscus. I think that worked pretty well. But does it beat out a more traditional infuser? Let's find out. I'm getting some dust particles floating to the top. So that means the screen on the infuser is probably not as fine as the screen on the final press. Aside from the dust particles up top, it looks like hibiscus. Good to go with that. Just something a little unsettling about the fact that I've got so many dust particles sitting at the top of the cup. Let's give the final press a rating for effectiveness. I would say it's effective, and why wouldn't it be? Because it is tea inside a perforated piece of metal. In terms of what it's designed to do, 5 out of 5. In terms of usability, I do think the screw mechanism, when you lift the cap off, it's a little fussy, a little more fussier than I would like. And there's just something about cleaning it out and the amount of parts or work it's going to take to clean it. But I would give that a 4 out of 5. So when it comes to brewing coffee or tea, the final press definitely takes the plunge. Let's talk about a redesign of the final press. It was difficult to actually unscrew this. Also, it's difficult to see where they separate. So I would consider, at least think about whether or not this top half of it can be colored or knurled or do something to help differentiate it. Knurling it, even if it's just slight, would make it really obvious that this part and this part is different. The other thing is, once it gets tight, it doesn't want to open up. So I think knurling on here may be the way to go. There's nothing else to do to this, really. I would leave it as it is. It's very impressive how fine this screen is. And I think that's a big benefit of this over some other alternatives. Let's talk about a buy rating. I would recommend it, yeah, especially if you're into both French press and tea. I would give it a 5 out of 5. I think it's built to last. I'd say it deserves all the press it can get.